Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our daily show. We're going to be talking about the Prize Picks NBA slate on March 11th. Monday, we have 6 games. There's honestly not a lot to be excited about on the board right now, depending on how you're looking at it, but they're just not really giving us that much. But we do have 4 plays for you guys. Part of it is there's really only 2 games that I'm that excited about in particular, and that's like the Suns Cavaliers, and that goes beyond my Suns fandom. Like, that just seems like that could be a good game. And I think we said Mobley is out, so
yeah,
could be Mobley, Mitchell out. We could maybe see Booker tonight, but then we've got the other one was like, okay, maybe Mavericks and Bulls might be a little interesting, but when you're looking at like the Warriors and Spurs without Curry, Raptors, we've got Isaiah Quickly was a last minute on the injury report with like a hip situation, and they've got a bunch of guys out anyways, and then they're playing the Nuggets, so that could turn into a blowout. Celtics, Blazers, it's just like there's not that much to get excited about on this slate. There's a lot of blowout potential in some of these games, but I feel good about these plays that we've got picked out here, though. Before we get into our plays, though, if you have never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. They're going to double what you put on. So you deposit the 100, you get an extra 100 to play with, 200 total. Just make sure you throw that code in and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, just so you can jump on these plays before they get bumped or removed. And if you guys don't mind, just do us a favor and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. You guys have been killing it with the likes lately, so we really appreciate that, guys. All right, so these are the plays that we're going to be going over. I like Nick Richards to go over 1.5 dunks today, and I'm going to be going with Julian Champagnie for over 13 fantasy score. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Michael Porter Jr. for over 2.5 3-pointers, and I'm taking Kevin Durant for over 25.5 points.
Cool. Well, before we get into the breakdown, I'm going to let Jordy go over his recap real quick.
Yeah, so we took Josh Giddey for over 9.5 points. He had a great game. He had 16 points. I'm glad he got good minutes in that game. He definitely, in my opinion, deserves minutes. Like, I know he's been through some controversial things, but his name's cleared up now, so hopefully he starts getting the respect he deserves when it comes to playtime, because he's just a solid fundamental player for his age. But someone who's not is Duncan Robinson. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little salty with him, though. He had a bad game. We took his PRA for the first half, but even if we took his full PRA, it would have never hit. He just had a terrible game. But we took that for over 10.5, and he had a terrible shooting half in both halves. He shot 1 for 7 in the first half, making 1 3-pointer. Prize Picks is saying he only had 3, but he had 4 PRA. He had 1 rebound, but yeah, that was unfortunate. Robinson burned us on that one, so that's my bad on that one. But
yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
These guys just randomly have those types of days.
Right.
But cool. So before we break these plays down, I just want to tell you guys about Daily Grind, which is our favorite DFS tools. We've also partnered up with them, so they're giving all of our viewers 25% off of any of their tools. Our favorite is the DFS Optimizer. We use it every single day. I catch myself using it like a lot of times, like while I do my research with it, we confirm plays that we like. We go back to the optimizer, make sure we like the plays by checking them on the optimizer. But also on top of that, like, it's just the best if you don't have much time. Like the other night, Jordan and I were getting ready to put out a video, and I'm going on the optimizer looking at what plays I like. Because sometimes we'll start with the Prize Picks board, sometimes we'll start with the optimizer. That night I was starting with the optimizer, and I hadn't set it to just NBA yet, so I like refreshed it, and it had all these League of Legends plays. And I was telling Jordy, I was like, these plays look super juiced. So I paused what I was doing, put together a 4-man power play of League of Legends, which I don't watch or play or know. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I always just tailed Jordy's picks. But I threw together a 4-man power play and it hit, and it was literally just because of the optimizer. So definitely check that out. Get 25% off when you use code BACKDOOR. there's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com, and as long as you put that code in there, backdoor, they'll hook you up with 25% off any of their tools, and they have 4 awesome tools. So, all right, cool. So getting into these plays, I'm going to start with Nick Richards here. Again, this is a tough board today. Do I have Nick Richards up first? Okay, that's Champagnie. All right, I'm gonna have to refresh this real quick. But yeah, Nick Richards goes over this line pretty regularly. Let's see, we've got a 217 over under with Detroit favored by 4. So not too concerned about a blowout in this, especially with the way that these two teams, the current state of these teams, they're still figuring a lot out. And, neither of these teams are going to be doing much this year, except for just finishing out the season. But Nick has, last time he played them, this is right. Yeah. So last time he played them, he went for 7 dunks. That makes me feel good, but he's been in rhythm regardless. Like if we look at his last 10 here, he's gone over this 7 out of his last 10 games. He's got back-to-back games with 3 dunks in each. So I'm feeling good about this. He's been getting regular minutes, 28.4 over the last 10 games and just 2.6 fouls, so not getting in foul trouble. But he's been kind of hovering in that 30-minute mark as of late. So he only needs to dunk the ball twice, and he's the type of player that, actually utilizes his size and likes to get aggressive and dunk. Jalen Duren is going to be a tough matchup, but I think they both could hit their dunks today. But I like Nick Richards more because he's been doing it lately. And again, it doesn't mean he's going to do it tonight, but getting 7 in the last time they matched up, I just like those odds of him just getting 2, especially with the board the way it is today. I'm not going to cover this one on Daily Grind because Daily Grind doesn't do dunk props just yet. But moving on, this Julian Champagnie, I always want to say Champagnie. I guess it's Champagnie, however you say it. I'm taking his fantasy score. I also like his rebounds demon. That's not my official play by any means, but I'm personally going to be taking that rebounds demon in a couple tonight because 4.5 is low for him. But it's all conditioned upon what kind of minutes we see from him tonight, and so 4.5 rebounds might not be low. It just depends on the nature of the game, how this plays out. We got a 227 over under with the Warriors favored by 4.5. So the Warriors just had a tough time against the Spurs, and Champagnie got good minutes. As you can see, he just went for 29 PRA, and I'm pulling up the PRA real quick. We've got Osman out. Devin Vassell is a game time decision, so we'll see. That may affect his minutes a little bit. Curry obviously out. Draymond Green game time decision. Moses Moody game time decision. If we take a look at this matchup for PRA, it's like middle of the road. Sorry, I felt a sneeze coming on. I thought I was gonna have to pause for a sec. So you got we're 17th in points allowed, the Warriors are, and 13th in rebounds allowed, and then they're good against assists, 3rd in assists allowed. But if he gets these kind of minutes, he's going to crush this line. That's why I wanted the PRA because it was at 10.5, but they're not giving it to us on Prize Picks. So I'm happy to roll his fantasy score here. But yeah, as you can see in that last game, he just played Golden State. He got 33.6 minutes. So if he gets something like that again, I think he's going to crush this fantasy score line at just 13, since he just went for 32.9. The reason I wanted the PRA is because he's not super active with blocks and steals or anything like that. But he did just go for, in that last game, he went for 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. So he was doing a little bit of everything on the offensive side. And again, if he even gets 25 minutes tonight, I think he's going to crush this line. We'll see how it goes with some of those injuries to the Warriors. He may end up getting that bump in minutes. So go with your gut. If you don't like any of these, we totally understand. Just fade them and go with the ones you like more. If we hop over to Daily Grind for this one, they've just got it at a 50. Well, I consider this a 50-50 shot on Daily Grind, but it is favored to go over on the odds to hit indicator. So they've got a 51.05% odds to hit but then the actual odds are minus 104. I think that's because we're getting it. Well, we are getting it at 13, and the only other odds maker that we're seeing with it is BetMGM. They have it at 13.3, favored to go under on that one. So, I mean, it's just kind of, it's hard to gauge statistically when it comes to fantasy score. But I feel great about this. If he gets the minutes, he's going to crush it. It's just that simple, in my opinion. So yeah, these are the two I'm going to be rolling with. But again, he just got 7 rebounds in that last game against them. So in a couple slips, I'm just going to make a couple YOLO plays, and I'm going to be throwing this rebounds demon in here as well. But yeah, that's the two I'm rolling with. You can break down yours now if you want, Jordy.
Cool. Yeah, man. Before I break mine down, I just want to tell you guys quickly about Chalkboard. Chalkboard has been way too much fun for us lately when it comes to like the NBA and stuff, because we're sponsored with them now, and you can set your own lines. So I could take this Michael Porter Jr. at 2.5 3-pointers, and I could bump it up to like 3.5 and get a higher multiplier on it, like a 2x or a 3x. Or I could bump it down to 1.5 and play it safe and just get like a 1.2x on it. So it's really cool. You guys should definitely go check them out. They let you place bets as low as $1. You can protect your plays now as well, so you can set all these crazy lines and protect them. So you kind of get like a flex play option on them. And yeah, it's just a really good time over there. They'll give you guys a 100% deposit match when you use code BACKDOOR at checkout. So links in the description for that. All right. One thing I did see today that I was really stoked about as just a fan of the guy is Lonzo Ball has been cleared medically to get back to basketball. So they're expecting him by mid to late April. So that would be really sick to get him back before playoffs. So I was stoked to hear that. But let's get into these plays. So Michael Porter Jr. for over 2.5 3-pointers. I feel great about this one. This dude's really been heating up again when it comes to threes. He's hit this in 4 out of his last 5. If we look at the history of him doing this, he's done it 11 out of 20 games, but he's hit this in 2 out of 3 of the head-to-heads. He's had some pretty big games against Toronto, and it's a great matchup for him. 30th in 3-pointers allowed, giving up 3.2 to small forwards. He went for 5 and 4 in the last ones, and he missed by just 0.5 in one of the other games. And with the way he's been heating up over the last 5 games, he's definitely been in his stride. You can see he hit 3 threes against Utah in just 22 minutes, so he's playing pretty well. He's shooting 7.2 3-pointer attempts, and he's making 52% of them. So he's up in like the top 10% of the league when it comes to hitting threes. So I feel really good about this one. If we look at daily grind for this play, this is, I just seen him on here. Let me just type him in. Let's see. Sorry. Where's that? So it is juiced to go over 52.19% and minus 126. So feeling good about Michael Porter Jr. in this game. And this next play, Kevin Durant's points over. This is just one I feel personally pretty good about. He's been heating up over the last couple games here. Over the last 5, he's hit this 4 out of his last 5 games. He's gone for 35 in 2 straight games, and then he went for 45 against Boston. You know, there's no Eric Gordon, there's no Josh Okogie, no Nasir Little, and Devin Booker is a game time decision. I think he's more likely to play probably. But even if he does, I feel good about it. If you want to look at games with players here, Devin Booker, he's hit this in 2 out of his last 5. It's a little bit closer, but he's just getting around that range. 10 out of 20 games with Booker, so I still feel good about it. I just wanted to show you guys both sides of the coin in case you want to take it. But it is a great matchup for him. 24th in points allowed, giving up 22.5. So, you know, obviously there's no Evan Mobley and no Donovan Mitchell. So this game could get ugly. The Suns could go ham. You know, Mobley not being on Kevin Durant's going to be huge. And we'll just see how it plays out. But I like the matchup with all those people being out. And a lot of the Cavs defense are definitely Jared Allen, Mobley, and Donovan Mitchell. I know they play good defense all around, but like Darius Garland does not play as good a defense as Donovan Mitchell, I don't think. But you know, they're a good team, so they're gonna adjust. But I think Kevin Durant could have a big game tonight. So this is just one I feel good about. It is juiced to go over on daily grind. It's a 51% chance and a minus 121. So we're over the 50% mark on the odds. So I feel good about this one. But just beware of like the blowout potential. And you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to play it. But those are the two I'm going with.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's the 4 we got for you today, guys. Hopefully we have a better board tomorrow. And, maybe you're seeing some plays that you're stoked on today that were not on our radar, but we just didn't really like a lot of what we saw. But feel good about these plays. I'm sure there'll be some more plays popping up before game time. So if you're like a part of our Discord, we'll be dropping more plays in there as more plays become available closer to game time. If you're interested in checking out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. It's about 50 cents a day. It's just a good community, honestly. Like, the community as a whole is my favorite part of what we're doing in there, because we work together and we build out slips and stuff. And if there's ever a play that one of us catches, we all get to reap the benefits because we just share everything. So good vibes in there. There's a link in the description of the video. If you want to check that out, just go up to server subscriptions once you're in Discord and click subscribe. It'll unlock all your channels. You can hop in community chat, let us know you're new, and we'll point you in the right direction on just kind of how we do everything in there. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for us. We hope you have a great day. Enjoy this slate. Hopefully we get some, like, we've had slates like this where it looks rough going in, then it ends up being like really exciting. So as more plays, come on the board, we'll definitely be adding more to our Discord. But we hope you guys enjoy this slate, and we'll catch you in the next video.